Magnus Carlsen is one of the greatest chess players in history.
I'm very happy, obviously.
After becoming the world chess champion in 2013, he has successfully defended his title 4 times. Recently, Magnus joined the Tata Steel tournament, looking to add another trophy to his collection. However, with just 1 win and 6 draws under his belt in this tournament, he desperately needed to win the next match to take home the trophy. But despite Magnus's best hopes, he would be facing an 18-year-old chess prodigy who is an absolute grandmaster assassin in the next round. His name is Andrei Esipenko. At just 18, Andrei has already proven his worth, with impressive performances against players like Anish Giri, Fabiano Caruana, and obliterating Radoslav Wojtaszek. Andrei was not just playing, he was out for blood. And next, he was facing Magnus Carlsen. Having been the chess prodigy himself, Magnus knows all too well the dangers they can pose. But as events would unfold, it became clear perhaps he had slightly underestimated Andrei's power. Andrei starts with e4, and Magnus happily invites him to play the Sicilian defense. Both players develop their pieces, and after Magnus plays his pawn to a6, the game turns into the Najdorf variation of the Sicilian defense. Both grandmasters move with precision, but after Magnus's bishop settles on e7, Andrei reveals his bold intent with pawn to g4. Magnus must treat it carefully. Castling now could open him to a crushing kingside attack. Magnus decides that the best defense is counterattack and plays a queenside pawn push with b5. Yet, Andrei's ambitions are clear. No draws today. His pawn surges to g5, threatening to take the knight. If Magnus now castles, he will be in a lot of trouble. Magnus takes a long time to think. He has his palms over his head and he is not happy. He retreats and Andrei decides to sacrifice the pawn. The idea is to play his rook to g1 later, taking control of the entire board. Pawn to a3 from Andrei. With the board heating up, Magnus lashes out at Andrei's bishop. Bishops exchange. Magnus's queen moves to h4, plotting future kingside pressure. But Andrei ruthlessly executes his plan, pushing his rook to g1, the move that he was preparing to play all along, and obtains dominance over the king's side of the board. g6, Andrei castles, and Magnus retreats again. His queen is no longer useful on the king's side after that nasty rook push by Andrei. It seems like Magnus has escaped trouble, and both players develop their pieces further. But this is where Magnus makes a lethal mistake. After thinking for a while, he completely misses Andrei's idea and plays knight to c6. This seems like a harmless move at first, but in reality, this is a blunder. Why? Knight takes b5. At the first glance, Andrei is sacrificing his knight, but Magnus is not happy because he sees what is coming next, but has no choice other than to accept it. Knight takes c6, bishop takes c6, and queen to c3. Magnus gets forked and will lose either his rook or his bishop. Magnus castles, protecting his rook, and loses his bishop. Now, Andrei got what he wanted. He just needs to finish the match. But it will not be easy against none other than the king of endgames himself, Magnus Carlsen. d5. E takes d5, and Magnus starts to take back his lost territory by threatening Andrei's queen. And it would seem like Andrei should retreat, but he continues his genius attack by pushing his pawn. If Magnus now takes the queen, Andrei will take the queen back and promote, winning the match. Magnus does not allow it and retreats once again. Queen takes b6. We get some pieces shuffling on the board. After bishop f3, Magnus moves his rook out of the way and Andrei jumps in with his queen. Magnus does not want to trade because he would lose the game and moves his queen out. But Andrei cold-heartedly swings his rook to a8, forcing a trade of rooks. And this is where things get really bad for Magnus. He blunders again by playing queen f5. The intention is to take with the rook and threaten Andrei's king. But a simple push of the king protects the situation, and all of a sudden, Magnus is out of attacking moves, while Andrei has all the power he needs to finish Magnus. Rook b5, queen takes d7, threatening the rook, rook to c5, rook to c1, defending the pawn, queen take f4. Time to finish this. Queen e8 check, the king escapes. Finally, Andre pushes his pawn and Magnus resigns because there is no way of stopping Andre anymore. The emotions that flow through Andre are on a next level. He is not able to hold back his smile because he had not only won a game, he defeated a legend. Subscribe to Rook's Room for more chess content and see you very soon.